So we have our deacon candidate, Paul McCoy, is with us today. He's going to offer a reflection at the end of Mass. So my homily is going to be very brief. I would mention, though, this is the normal time we'd invite you to get out your pledge envelopes. We'd have them in the pews and encourage you to fill them out if you haven't already, and then include them in the offertory. So if you did bring yours and you haven't filled it out, I encourage you to get it out and fill it out, and make sure you drop it out in the second basket. We have 2 baskets out there. Remember, it's Commitment Sunday for the Catholic Services Appeal for our diocesan campaign. So, thank you for that. And so Paul is really going to expound more on the gospel in the first reading, in this leprosy, which you can't help but resonate with us more in the midst of this pandemic. So he'll talk more about that. But just a little bit about, again, today's former feast. The reason, again, that it was taken off the universal calendar, St. Valentine's Day, was because there wasn't enough kind of proven evidence of Valentine's life. There were different stories about who he was and what he was about. But one of the legends is that he was a priest who risked his life to help young Christian couples to celebrate the sacrament of marriage. And then eventually he was caught and he was martyred. And this is also around the time that there was a major pagan festival to celebrate the goddess of love. So you can, again, as we have found historically, we in our Christian early church tried to, spiritualize and Christianize these pagan feasts and bring them to another level. And remember the level that this the St. Valentine's and our faith that calls us to love, what it elevates, the human instinct of love and the desire to be loved too. It elevates it to that Greek word agape, the divine love of God, which is sacrificial, which pours itself out. It's the complete distinction from lust, which is using you for my good. And true love, and the deepest love, is to seek your good before mine. And that's the love we pray that we can be transformed in. And so this is always a good moment, whether it's in a marriage relationship, it's in our friendships, it's in our other relationships with family, with church, with the people that we've committed our lives to in the ministries. Am I letting God and His Spirit take me to that level of sacrificial agape love, of truly seeking the good of others in the way that I am living this vocation or this ministry or my life out? Or am I sometimes letting it get blocked and doing it for that lower level of more about me than them? And that's human, that's natural, that's our broken default. So if we are in an honestly, and I think all of us, I can certainly say it for myself, find ourselves falling back into that, getting ready for Lent's a great time to say, God, in your grace, help me get outside of myself. Help me to reach out in that divine love that you are and you showed me in Jesus Christ on the cross. And so hopefully, whatever it is, our plan that I would encourage us to all be thinking about as we get ready for Ash Wednesday on Wednesday, to be putting together a plan that will help us to go deeper in our love, to go deeper in the divine love of our God, ultimately to go deeper in that love that St. Valentine was even willing to give his life for.